If it's a Biden-Trump election, for example?
I think I would not vote for Biden.
You'd vote for Trump?
I'm not saying I'd vote for Trump, but I mean, this is definitely a difficult choice here. You know.
Would you vote for Nikki Haley? Nikki Haley, by the way, wants all social media names to be exposed, as you know.
No, I think that's outrageous. Yeah, no, I'm not going to vote for some pro-censorship candidate.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about Elon Musk, who went off. He went off in this live CNBC interview after he was asked about the woke companies that are boycotting X, formerly known as Twitter, because the liberal tattletales went kicking, screaming, whining, boohoo, whining, and crying to these companies about advertising being shown next to anti-Semitic content. And this is a part of an operation led by the Democrat Party and the woke liberal powers that be to try to bankrupt X and to make Elon Musk lose the $44 billion that he invested in the platform when he bought it. Again, this is something that they've been trying to do from day one, okay? They don't want to leave X, okay? They have Threads. Mark Zuckerberg has Threads. Nobody's over there because, liberals apparently aren't entertained by just seeing posts from other liberals, okay? They want to be on a platform with conservatives. They just want things to be skewed in their favor, right? They want the system or the platform to be rigged. Elon Musk says, no, I'm not rigging the platform. I'm pro-free speech, and I'm going to try to be as pro-free speech as possible. Now, has it been perfect? No, it hasn't been perfect. But Elon Musk has made an effort to allow more free speech on the platform. And because of that, it is a threat to the establishment and their narrative, their precious narrative that they want to protect. Therefore, you have the establishment effort to take down the richest man in the world. And Elon Musk is pissed off, okay? He's done with it, okay? Again, he was asked about the woke companies that are boycotting the platform, and he basically told them to F off on live television. Take a look.
Obviously, you know that there's a public perception that, and you're clarifying this now, but there's a public perception that that was part of a apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go fuck yourself.
But
go fuck yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
Well, let me ask you then.
That's how I feel. Don't advertise.
How do you think then about the economics of X? If part of the underlying model, at least today, and maybe it needs to shift, maybe the answer is it needs to shift away from advertising. If you believe that this is the one part of your business where you will be beholden to those who have this view, what do you do?
F-Y.
I understand that, but there's a reality too, right?
Yes. No.
I mean, Linda Yaccarino's right here, and she's got to sell advertising.
Absolutely. So, totally. No. Actually, what this advertising boycott is going to do? It's going to kill the company.
And do you think that
and the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company, and we will document it in great detail.
But those advertisers, I imagine, are going to say, we didn't kill the company.
Oh yeah.
They're going to say,
tell it to Earth.
But they're going to say, Elon, that you killed the company because you said these things, and that they were inappropriate things, and that they didn't feel comfortable on the platform, right? That's what they're going to say.
And let's see how Earth responds to that.
So this.
Yeah, so I understand where Elon Musk is coming from, right? Because that is kind of what happens, right? What's happening is that he's being blackmailed with the threat of these advertisers taking their money away from the platform in order for him to fall in line, right? He has to fall in line with the establishment narrative. He has to fall in line with censorship. He has to fall in line with whatever they want him to fall in line with, or else they're going to boo-hoo, whine, and cry bigotry, right? And then they're going to go to the advertisers and say, look, Elon Musk is a bigot. That means that you must support bigotry because you're advertising on his platform, right? Which, again, this is exactly what they do. This is their attempt to destroy the company. And Elon Musk, I think, is feeling like this because no matter what he does, just in virtue of the fact that he turned X into a free speech platform, no matter how much he does try to reduce the exposure that these brands are getting to, bigoted posts or hateful posts or whatever, which is something that he's went out of his way to do. Okay. He's designed the platform for that reason so that advertisers can feel comfortable. That's the reason why he hired Linda Yaccarino. I think what he's realized is that no matter what he does, just because he made the platform more free speech, okay, because he made the platform a platform where you can counter the narrative, no matter what he does, they're still going to say that he's a bigot. And evidence of that is the fact that Elon Musk recently traveled to Israel, okay, on a tour, I guess, of, what happened there, okay, as a part of, I guess, his attempt to try to, reconcile things, to try to, turn down the heat. And the mainstream liberal media, okay, MSNBC, they still said that he was anti-Semitic. Even if he supports Israel, he's still anti-Semitic. Take a look.
And so when we see Elon Musk there and you're scratching your head and saying, but wait a minute, I thought that he was actually, has said very anti-Semitic things. It's precisely because these are not the same thing. You can support Israel and hate Jewish people. And that's the sad truth here is that many of us who are fighting to free Palestine are fighting for all people's freedom, including for Jewish liberation.
Yeah, incredible stuff, right? Incredible stuff. Again, when this happens, it will make you feel helpless, right? It's almost like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Okay, if I go over to Israel and I meet with, the hostages and, I listen to their stories and I clearly show you that, hey, I don't have any hate in my heart towards Jews or Israelis or whatever. Don't matter. You're still a bigot, right? You're still anti-Semitic. You're still racist. You're still whatever label I want to throw at you, right? Because again, that's how this works. Okay, it's not about whether or not you're actually a bigot, okay, or whether or not you have hateful views. That's not what it's about. They're gonna say that you're a bigot and that you have hateful views simply because you are a threat to the establishment narrative. Simply because he made X a freer speech platform, right? And as long as X is a freer speech platform, they're going to continue to do it. And I think he knows that, right? I think he's battling with this idea that, well, you know what? This is my vision for the company, okay? I want it to be the world's public square, okay? He already talked about how important free speech is to civilization, okay? He believes that it's fundamental for the advancement of civilization. But, at the same time, we have these people that are literally trying to bankrupt my platform because I believe in free speech. And no matter what I do, as long as I'm pro free speech, they're going to continue to try to bankrupt the platform, right? And I think at that point, as the richest man in the world, he's just like, you know what, screw it, right? Screw everybody. I don't care anymore. Because again, he's realizing you can't please these people. There's nothing that you can do to make them happy. They're going to go kicking and screaming to the advertisers no matter what. And for whatever reason, they just capitulate, right? They capitulate even though, again, I'm not sure if there's much evidence out there that if they continue to advertise on X, that they're actually going to be hurt in the pocket, right? Like, are you actually going to lose money if you continue to advertise on X? I mean, the reason why you're advertising on X is because you think that you're getting a positive return on investment. Will continuing to advertise on the platform mean that you're going to get a negative return on investment, right? I don't think so. I don't think that the wokes are going to boycott any of these companies because, they don't, because they're advertising on X. I don't think so, but apparently this is what they think. I don't know. Maybe they know better than I do, but we're seeing this happen quite a bit, okay? There was a recent video. You guys probably saw it. Dana White, okay, the owner of the UFC. He came out and went off on Peloton because Peloton basically tried to pull the same trick and use their advertising dollars as leverage to try to influence how he runs his business. Take a look.
We've had some good sponsors. We've had some bad sponsors. What I don't like is when you have a company or a group of people, it could be a network, it could be anybody, that starts coming in and telling you what to do with your business. You need to do this and you need to do that, or we're going to pull our sponsorship. Well, you can pull your sponsorship and you can take every dollar of your money and roll it up into a little ball and you can shove it right up your ass. That's what you can do.
Hey, dog, it's like one big motivational video with this guy. It's just
He's like, we're like locking eyes on. Just
yeah,
like,
hell yes, hell yes. How you like your Goggins video right now?
So imagine you're in the podcast business, right? And you have a guest, and Peloton calls you, and this guy Robert Kennedy Jr. is a Democrat, and this is America. Robert Kennedy Jr. has, and I've never met Robert Kennedy Jr., just for the record. I mean, it sounds like I'm defending him like I'm talking about a close little friend of mine like Trump, who I've known for many years, and he's one of my very good friends. I don't know Robert Kennedy Jr. I've seen his videos. What about Robert Kennedy Jr. would make your pompous, arrogant ass pick up a phone,
bike riding,
and tell somebody else, you better not, like this guy's Hitler or some horrible human being that walks the face of the earth. He's a Kennedy. He's a smart guy. He has his own beliefs and his values. His podcast has to come down. You sell stationary bikes for a living. You are a clown that you have to pick up the phone and call somebody and tell them to take another guy's podcast down. Really wrap your head around that. Do you know what a absolute pompous, arrogant, I don't even have the rest of the words for this fucking guy.
Like, let this man cook.
Yeah, he just kind of sitting there like, yeah.
It's mind-boggling to me. But it just shows you the mindset of what a weirdo this guy actually really is.
Mm-hmm.
I just...
Peloton and UFC are dead.
Done.
Well, Peloton and UFC was never a thing anyway, so it's not like this guy needs to fuck.
There are probably some bikes ripping around.
We only had two, and they were in my gym, and they're gone. We ripped them out of it. They're gone. They whipped them out right after the
You used to ride Peloton.
Before Theo
Vaughn.
we're doing a deal now with
Gary Brecka.
Yeah.
Get up,
too much EMF.
Yeah.
It's Ella Echelons. So Echelons called me up. These guys are out of Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Tennessee.
Yep. And Echelons is now going to replace the bikes in there, and they're going to do a deal with Theo Vaughn.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. I think Dana White feels the same way that Elon Musk feels, right? I think he feels like it is really silly when you have these brands who are selling products that have nothing to do with politics or political opinions or anything like that, but yet they're trying to dictate what content is allowed on somebody's platform or how somebody runs their business. And I think a lot of people, like Elon Musk, like Dana White, that are, super rich, that, if everything fails, they're still going to be okay, right? I mean, I think they feel offended by that. I really do. And I totally understand where they're coming from, because they know at the end of the day that there's this thing called the parallel economy, that if, one brand pulls out, there will be others that will replace that brand. Because if you're generating positive return on investment in regards to advertising, if this advertising is getting you customers, then somebody will want to advertise on the platform, because that presents opportunity, right? You just go with somebody else who is not going to try to dictate your political opinions, right? Again, I mean, I think that's what Dana White there was demonstrating, doing his story, which is that, hey, you know what? Hey, they don't mess with us. All right, we'll go get somebody else, right? There's somebody else that's waiting to take advantage of that opportunity, because at the end of the day, it's still eyeballs, right? Same thing with X. Okay, there's still eyeballs on X, and where there's eyeballs, there's opportunity, right? So some of these brands may not necessarily want to be on a platform. Short term, it hurts, but over the long term, if it generates positive return on investment, there are other brands that will, advertise on the platform, and that will make up for it. And again, that's what the parallel economy is. So, like I said, man, I mean, I think that, what you're seeing from Elon Musk and Dana White are, some backlash from the fact that it's almost like damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? People don't believe in free speech anymore, okay? A lot of, these companies have now basically become, antithetical to American values, okay, that this company was founded on. And a lot of people are saying, you know what, I really don't want to deal with having to worry about whether or not these people pull their money out. I don't care, right? I'm going to keep doing me. I have eyeballs. We have viewership. We have users. And somebody will want to be on the platform or sponsor my show or my platform or whatever if these other companies don't want to, right? And I think that's kind of what you're saying here. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.